Well, hello mates, and welcome back to the complete emotional roller coaster that is Mount & Blade Viking Conquest. The assembly is done, and it was a bit hit and miss for us in terms of results. We lost out to Sven on the whole, you know, should we fight him or should we not thing. We had to give him some money. Not all that much money. We've still got... actually, we've got barely anything now. That was actually more money than I considered. So we do want to actually think about getting some more money pretty damn sharpish. But the worst thing that's happened is that we've got to go and fight Reginhard, the traitor. The first friend we ever made was a false one. How awful is that? We've got to go and address him in single combat. There will only be one winner. 2 men will go to the island and 1 will return, as the man that was running the assembly so elegantly put it. But... cloud to the silver lining, if and hopefully when we defeat Reginhard, we will take up a new position very near the head of the Viking fleet ready to attack Englerland. Sven and Harold will be leading it, and we are going to be Harold's chief advisor, which is going to be utterly exciting. But first of all, we've got to do the dirty business. We've got to go to Short Island. How exactly we do that, I'm not quite sure. I'm assuming we'll have a quest that will say such things. Killing a herdman, the Holmgang, that's exactly what we've got to do. So the assembly has agreed a duel to the death to decide whether Reginhard is guilty of lying or not. You've decided to take on Reginhard in order to punish him for his betrayal for tarnishing the names of your king. Yes, yes, yes. So do we head there now? There's not a special place appeared. Do we go back to the assembly and speak to the guy maybe? Nope, nothing to be doing there. Maybe we go back to the city. I'm assuming it's going to be on one of these here islands. Short Island would lead me to believe so. Anyway, any tasks? Because we are in dire need of some money. Let's just go and sell some stuff, actually. Let's go to Reeb and trade with the locals, just so we know we can pay everyone this week. Because that could lead to some very sticky situations for us if not. So I'm going to hope we've actually got some stuff to sell. I think we've got a couple of axes about the shop. Yes, indeed we do. Lovely. Okay, that will tide us over. We're selling it all to the goods merchant just for the sake of speed. We're going to need about 500, I think, just to feel safe. So, what else can we give him? I mean, I don't really want to give him any food, but we do have a lot of food. We've got honey there. That's party morale. We're going to have to sell the honey. We'll keep some of the honey. We'll keep some of the honey. Some of the honey. And you know what? We got a load of butter. We've got loads of butter, so we'll sell a bit of butter as well. It's worth 100 each. Okay, right, that's covered us. That was actually a lot of money for that. Quite pleasing. We didn't need all that much food, and we can always just go and raid another monastery if we need some more, so that's all fine. Now we just have to, I assume, wait until this Holmgang is going to happen. I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be a bit nasty, the whole killing of Reginhard. He was a good guy. He was a good chap, and now it's going to end like this. But hey, our life, I'm sure, will go on. Although we do... I'm waiting for, like, the order or something. I mean, I'm assuming we can't leave the land because whoever doesn't go to the Holmgang is brandished a coward and stuff will never be the same again for us. But where is this Holmgang going to take place? Short Island. I would guess Short Island is... Ah, here we go. A group of heavily armed men approaches you. It is led by Harold Haraldson. He's the guy we're going to be advising in this invasion to England. He's the king's right hand, who reminds you of your promise at the assembly. It is the hour of the Holmgang, and your opponent is already on Short Island. They surround your party and lead you to a nearby beach, where a gaunt old man waits in a small boat. You get in the boat, and 2 of Harold's men push it into the water. The old man, without a word to you, begins paddling towards an island on the horizon. Oh God, here we go! The water is gentle. The only sound you hear is that of the oars on the water, striking in a slow and deliberate rhythm. The old man is not so old, but wrinkles of a hard life at sea make him look like an elder. He wears a worn and salt-bleached tunic, and the skin of his hands look like hard leather. His eyes are blue and crystal clear, but do not look directly at you even for a moment, but remain focused on the island. Up ahead awaits the opponent who was once your companion. The assembly has decided that 2 go to Short Island, but only 1 return. The boat stops near a small beach, and after you get off, the old man paddles a few tens of meters back into the ocean where he stops and waits. Here we go then. This is it. The fight with Reginhard. All I wanted was a farm, a wife and children. I did not want your death, but I do not want to die either. Sorry, Davnar. I have to kill you. Oh my god, he's miles away, isn't he? Right, well, should we big sword this? One-on-one, I think we can cope with the big sword. Which we hadn't equipped him as well as we had equipped him. We gave him throwing weapons, which may be to our exceeding disadvantage here. And we don't even have Leandrius backing us up right now. But hey, dirty business this, but it needs to be done. Now, where is he? Oh, he's over there. Yep, the throwing weapons have come back to haunt us. But he's not too good with them by the looks of things. And he's in fact run out. Right, come on then, man. We got a bit... Well, that was incredibly easy. That doesn't say much about how good our companions are. But a nasty business, and it's now done. R.I.P. Reginhard. You were a trusty companion for the most part. 2 went to the island, but only 1 returns. You have been victorious, but at the cost of killing an old companion. In your mind, you remember the phrase that you heard so often from Reginhard. That thing we always couldn't say. Fate always goes as she must. That's the translation of what he said. The old man takes the boat back to where your warriors await in Denmark. When you arrive, they pick up their things and say nothing, aware of the gravity of the moment. Soon they are ready to go. Harold and his men have already left. It is time to look for the assembly judge called Asbjorn in the mead hall of Reeb. As you stop to rest on the way, your companions approach you. Their faces show concern. So we did the quest. The Holmgang. How sad. My lord, we want you to know that no one blames you for what happened in the duel and everyone still fully supports you. Oh, thanks, Brunhild. That's good. What happened was inevitable, my friend. It was him or you. I understand the weight you carry on your shoulders because I just experienced the same after the massacre on the Wodenreich. I know no words can soothe you, but nobody expected Reginhard's betrayal. None of this is your fault. Thank you for your words, but I'm fine. Eagle bares his teeth and seems angry. I do not understand all the tears. Reginhard betrayed us. Apparently Brunhild and Bodo like that, and Aginthos like that, and someone else didn't like that. I trusted him. Everybody trusted him. I thought he was a good guy, and what he did was spy for Sigurd. He sold us out for a house and a woman. Reginhard was a piece of poo and deserved his death. I mean, it's true. I want you out of my party. No, I'm going back to your father. Well, I mean, we know Eagle's kind of reporting back to his father, but we kind of expected that when he appeared. And he is a good fighter, even if he's a bit hot-headed, so I'm not going to send him back. He was a desperate man who had lost everything. We can honour his memory, I think. Brunhild liked that. Eagle didn't like it a little bit. Okay, desperate or not, he is a traitor. It's not worth spending another word on him. Let's go our way. I agree with you, Eagle. Right, so now we've got to go and find Asbjorn and tell him we're ready to assault England. One interesting thing about the assembly, actually, we didn't actually use Bodo's letter for anything. Bodo's letter is still a secret to the 2 of us. We didn't actually need to bring it up. That was kind of like our Joker card in the assembly. We never actually got a chance to use it, which I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's probably definitely a good thing, seeing as we're now part of a big Viking fleet. But anyway, this is a new chapter in Davnar's life. Let's do it. So, slave trader, actually. I saw a slave trader. That's Asbjorn. I want to go and speak to that slave trader first. I can't actually remember if we've got any slaves to sell. You are a big man. Yeah. Apparently we don't have any to sell. Well, it was always worth trying. Right, Asbjorn. I think you can tell what's happened. Hail, sir. Nice to meet you. So nice to meet you. I think it's a good time to introduce myself officially, since it's likely that our paths are attached. I am Asbjorn, from Odinsv. I'm a Legner, a simple doctor who wasted some time in Francia until I returned to Denmark some months ago. On my way back to Odinsv, I landed in Reeb and ended up staying here for a few months, serving the local elites, and not so elites. I guess my services earned me enough prestige to be summoned as Alting in the assembly held a few days ago. The truth is, I was not interested in coming back to Odinsv so soon, for I am still young and have opportunities to travel to other places and learn more. The Norns must have noticed and tied together our fates. You need someone who can dress the wounds of your warriors, and I need someone with your fortune that shines above the rest of the men I've known. I had to kill a companion and join a war fleet. Now I must take a judge along? I mean, yeah, I'd be happy to take Asbjorn in the team. I suppose the assembly would send someone. I did not think it would be you. A doctor, eh? Yes, you're welcome. Let's get on track and join the Viking fleet. I'm sure we will be good friends. We must go to the port of Reeb as soon as you can and ask the portmaster to join the fleet. I am glad. I am young and my thirst for knowledge knows no limits. I hope our travels will help increase my experience. It is very interesting how the Norns spin their yarn. Until a few days ago, before the assembly, I thought I would return home to Odin's to end my days remedying wounds and sniffles. Then I met you, and I knew that all this would change. Then welcome to my shield wall, Lightner. Good. Give me a few moments to prepare and I'll be ready to move. Well, that's fantastic. So, I guess we join the fleet. Is there any business we have here? Not really. We've got enough to pay our men. Let's just actually double check that, shall we? And then we join the fleet to England. And boy, howdy, is it going to be exciting. We can't really recruit more men because we don't have... We've only got the one ship. We actually want to look at our troops, or our money, I should say. Let's just trade with the locals. Yep, 1,000 quid. That's more than enough. I think our current cost is something along the lines of 600. So we still don't have all that much, but we've got enough to just be getting on with. So let's get this ball rolling then. Portmaster, we know where he is now. We've spoken to him enough of the time. And he's still there. I thought he might not because it was night time. And I must say, where's the fleet assembling? Can't just be us, can it? And why are all the rocks in pieces? Big giants. Leandrius! Yeah! I'm going to give you some meat because you've been fighting well for us. Leandrius! I have something for you. Here is some dried meat for your teeth, Leandrius. We need to keep them nice and sharp, of course. That's all for today, Leandrius. Oh, God, what do we say now? Go, Leandrius, go! Yeah! Leandrius, come on! Come on, boy! Come on, boy! Oh, isn't he just the best? Leandrius, stay. I have something for you. I'll call you. No. Bad dog, go away. Oh, why would we say that? Go, Leandrius, go! Whatever, he'll be with us. Come on, Pooch. There he is, with his nice sharp dried meat sharpened teeth. Isn't he just the best? Oh, he's doing his own thing. He's going fishing or something. You going for a nice little swim? Whatever, we need to speak to this portmaster and get our asses at the head of the fleet. Here we go. Welcome, sir. What do you need? Greetings, I've come to join the fleet of Sven Bolnek and Harold Haraldsson that will travel to England. If you told me, episode 1, that we'd be saying this, I would not have believed you, but it's what we're doing. He indicates the far side of the bay with his arm. I'll Davgnar. I see you have made a name for yourself in this land. It makes me happy to think that my business with you has helped this. This should deserve a line or two in any saga about you. The fleet of Sven and Harold is across the bay. It numbers 50 boats, many of them warships totaling over 800 men. Have you finished your affairs in Denmark? Are you ready to leave? I warrant you won't be back anytime soon. Yes, let's get started. We now have 51 ships. Good luck, Vnir. Although you can see many boats here, most of the fleet is anchored over the bay outside the city. Join them as soon as you feel ready. Okay, let's do it. All aboard, men. It's time for a war. How exciting. Right, so sail from the port, I assume we're doing. And there we go. There's the fleet. Our 26 men. Oh boy, this is going to be good. In actual fact, I would like to chuck Asbjorn up there. We need to get 2 more shields. Agathinger. This guy needs a shield. This guy needs a shield. We should have taken the shield off Reginhard, but I guess we can't anymore. It's still very exciting. Very exciting. We've got high morale. It's all good. Let's actually check out Asbjorn and see what he's about in terms of skills. And if he's actually got any weapons on him at all. Intelligence-based Healy character. That's kind of what he described to us, wasn't it? And he's got... Okay, he can sling and he's got a staff. Okay, I'm happy with that. Asbjorn, you're welcome to the team. We've got loads of farmers. They can make a name for themselves. They can certainly make a name for themselves. That's not what we were supposed to click on. Aha! Since your arrival, there's been a great hubbub in the port of Reeb. 800 Vikings and their captains have been boarding their ships in order of arrival. While slaves load baggage, supplies, and even animals, most of the ships are the Knorr type, cargo ships. But there are also a good 24 warships. You spend nights on your ship, while during the day you help as you can. Your warriors kill time enjoying the hospitality of the neighbours and happy widows. Well, that's good. You have had no chance to get close to Sven Bolnek, or rather to his ship, but you can hear that he and Harold, the 2 people in charge of the fleet, have been arguing over all types of stupid things. Some of Harold's men have been stabbed in the streets. Oh, Jesus Christ, I thought this was going to be a successful thing. Finally, after everyone was prepared for the long journey, the fleet rows out the port of Reeb to follow the whale route, leaving Denmark behind. So, arguments, but oh boy. Oh boy, is this amazing. I wish we could rotate our camera, but I don't think we can, sadly. Oh man, our team looks good, doesn't it? Our team looks very good. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Our ship's so small compared to everyone else's. And it's the second issue of the Beta Chronicle. Interesting. There was a man called Egbert, or should I say King Egbert Signing, for he was the king of Northumbria. But he was a puppet king, chosen by the Vikings because he was a weak man whom they could handle. Was this the fate that awaited us also? In Anno Domini 868, the Vikings took Snottingham. There was fear, much fear, but West Saxon and Mercia joined forces. Aelfred of West Saxon and the king's brother was married to Aelswith, daughter of Aelfred Musel, Kalordimel. Important people married important people and bloodlines made alliances. Okay, the two realms called the Fyrd to war. West Saxon advanced on Snottingham from the south, and Mercia joined them on the way. Maybe they could finally put an end to the advance of the Sons of Ragnar. My life was about to change, but I did not know that. Who is actually writing the Beta Chronicle? Is it us? No, it can't be us, because they spoke about Davnar. Anyway, here we go, friends! By now, the differences between Sven Bullneck, protected by Jarl Sigurd, and Harold Haraldsson, protected by the king, are so clear that the fleet progresses divided into two, depending on who supports which commander. Of course it does. But it's not the time for worry. The sea brings wind and freedom of the waves. And your ship is headed for England, where rivers carry silver and men get fame. And now you're closer than ever to Sven Bullneck. You just wait for your chance to kill him and rescue your mother. Fate always rewards the patient. So we are still killing Sven. Okay, good. I just wanted to be sure, because we are kind of very similar to Sven nowadays. We've killed innocents with, but we're not doing any slavery, and that's the difference. The journey from Rieb to Ifravik, or as the Danish call it, Jorvik, is 3 days with good weather, but with slow knorrs, the trip will take a day or two more. The ships have spread out, but this is usual when travelling with the sail. The winds govern at will. The ships will reunite at their destination. A long trip, this requires a routine. Men turn in the work of the boat even at night because the fleet never stops offshore. The smell of the crowded men is horrible. The water you drink and the food you eat taste terrible. And it's always uncomfortable having to peer over the stern when you want to relieve yourself. Eventually, the rift between Harold and Sven becomes open. Each now meets separately with the captains who are faithful to him. Each part of the fleet proceeds separately. Harold has called you and the other captains to his boat for an emergency meeting. Apparently, one of the captains faithful to Sven Bullneck has changed his allegiance to Harold and brings news. Good stuff. You look forward to the meeting as well. Maybe there is finally news of your mother. Captain's meeting!